One of the most famous virtual games that's been around the MMO genre for a very long time is Habbo Hotel. It was founded in the year 2000 by the Finnish company Solake and has since then gone through many different iterations. But in 2024, they decided to follow the footsteps of another MMO called Old School RuneScape by relaunching an older version of Habbo Hotel known as Habbo Origins with a community-led approach in mind. And since then, the game has been evolving into a different kind of MMO that most people would never expect. You see, if you aren't familiar with Habbo Hotel, it's always been known for its unique art style and its focus on social interactions. The entire monetization model was built around players spending real money on these so-called furnitures, and you can trade or sell these items to others as well as use them to decorate and build your own virtual rooms in many different ways. There's also public spaces that anyone can visit to arrange events and other social games where you can win exclusive items, and it really is just a social-focused MMO with not much to do other than meeting and connecting with other people. But for that very same reason, Habbo Hotel has been suffering for a long time when it comes to player numbers. There's been a number of controversies surrounding the game over the years that have caused some serious damage to its reputation, specifically around things like casino gambling, scams, and real money trading, as well as concerns about teenagers and adults playing together. It would also continue to lose its popularity once there was more competition in general. With many other virtual games and MMOs quickly taking over the scene, Habbo Hotel began to feel stagnant, as those games were able to offer much more than just social interaction. This includes the rise of social media, as there was less reason to continue playing when people could easily transfer over to something like Discord. But today, Habbo.com is the longest running version of this game, and with the launch of Habbo Origins back in 2024, it has now become something completely different from what most of us can remember. I say that because the game now includes a progression-based system with the ability to level up certain skills like fishing and gardening. Just like in RuneScape, you can move to different public spaces to catch certain fish and level up to 99. And this in turn earns you a currency that you can trade for exclusive items and clothing. The same goes for farming, as you start out with a very small patch that you have to water every few minutes. And as you continue to make progress by leveling up, you can then start to grow trees and other plants that you can later use to decorate with. This also comes with the ability to view other players' profiles to see what levels they have managed to accomplish. Now, this strategy wouldn't really work without the addition of NPCs in the game that you can now interact with as well. Not only will certain NPCs in the game give you what you need in order to start and get your progression going, but you also have vendors located in public spaces that you can trade your existing furnitures in exchange for others. If there are no players online in the game to trade with, you can instead choose to trade whatever you currently have with those vendors. Some of those NPCs will also give daily missions for those who are willing to grind just a little bit more. These can involve playing certain minigames and earning stamps, which in turn will reward you with additional items. And as far as I know, none of these currencies can be purchased with real money. It's all purposefully designed for players to grind their way through the game in whatever way they choose. Now, unfortunately though, despite all of those updates, it hasn't really managed to attract new players or bring back many old ones. They also tried expanding their player base by launching the game on Steam, but with a bad reputation that has led to a negative rating, that only seemed to make things worse. But after 25 years of existing and still making enough revenue thanks to a very small but dedicated community, it seems like they are now finally trying to adapt. It's been teased multiple times that there are more upcoming skills and features waiting to be added, and they make sure to publish community polls first to see if players actually want some of those features, which again makes me believe that they are taking heavy inspiration from other MMOs like Old School RuneScape. They clearly want players to experience Habbo Hotel beyond just social interactions, and by doing so, it's slowly turning the game into something that feels more approachable for all types of players. Now maybe I'm just giving them more credit than they actually deserve, and this may not even be a huge deal breaker as of right now. But as someone who has played Habbo Hotel many times in the past, I do find this somewhat interesting. The idea of turning this very social MMO into more of a sandbox experience could potentially benefit them in the long run if they're able to attract new players. And from a game design perspective, we almost never see an MMO change in this fashion. It could just be another RuneScape competitor in the future if they manage to introduce more skills. But with that said, let me know what you guys make in the comment section below. And if you want to see me cover more MMO related content, well then make sure to subscribe to the channel. And as always, Thank you guys for watching the video.